Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, I am extremely excited to let y'all know that one of the most anticipated mods that we have seen in recent memory, the Mega Cab HD, is, as of right now, as of filming this video, available on all consoles. And when I say all consoles, I don't mean like just previous gen or just current gen or just one of these but not one of these. According to mod.io, every single system, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, literally every system that SnowRunner is available on now has access to the Mega Cab HD through the in-game mod browser. And to celebrate that, what I did was I built one of the three different versions of this truck. You've got the normal dually one on the far left, you've got the standard bed in the middle, the single rear wheel, and then you have the super single, which is the dually bed with a single wheel on the far right. And I've built these all to slightly different performance specs. Now, the one on the left is sort of an upper end build in terms of power and in terms of speed with a mid-range tire. This one is more of your trail build. And this one, let's just say it's got cheater spec tires and the fastest engine you can get and, you know, the fastest transmission you can get. It's gnarly. But let's take these things for a drive and see what they can do and see what kind of trouble we can get them into / out of. Yeah, we're going to take the trail one first. Now, as y'all may be able to tell, this one is built out with a bunch of the overland accessories. You don't necessarily have to use these if you don't want to, but they are definitely a great option if you would like to go that direction. The only aspect that you'll be seeing in this video that isn't available in the console version is, of course, these Dodge and Ram emblems. Now, those are in a separate, like, PC-only emblems pack, but those, they don't really affect the truck at all. They don't affect the truck performance-wise. They solely affect the visuals. So don't worry. If you're on a console, you know, you're not missing out on any of the truck's performance by not having the emblems. Now let's see if we can, I'm going to make sure, oh wow, it wasn't even in, oh god, it wasn't even in four-wheel drive yet. Sheesh, and it was already ripping. Now, let me know in the comment section down below where you're going to be taking this thing first and what kind of build you're going to be doing with one. Is it going to be an overlander? Is it going to be a tow rig? Is it going to be a trail rig? Is it going to be a mud truck? What type of build are you planning on doing with your Mega Cab HD right out of the box? Landed in high, come on! Dude, I can't believe we drove away from that! Wow, with like no damage either. That was so sick. Now, I will say, I am going to avoid that giant mud pit right there. You know why? Because the last time I took one of these in there, well, we didn't make it back out. Although, that was a beautiful slide near enough to that freaking light pole. Let me get this thing turned around and see if we can rip down this miniature side-by-side trail. Or rather, like, side-by-side track. It's not quite a trail. I'm going to put it in high so it doesn't, like, automatically downshift on us like I really don't want it to. Come on! God, this thing just rips. I want to see if it'll do that little side road. That little side road is always gnarly. Bring it around. Oh my god. Dude, it was like right up on two wheels there for a minute. And I know that we have to give ourselves like some time for the other two as well, but let me put this thing through its paces first. Let me do this one last obstacle with this truck and just see what it can do. Now, obviously, we do have 8 gears, but I don't think it's going to actually be able to keep it in, like, you know, 7th or above through this mud, or even through the bumps. So I'm going to put it in high and just kind of leave it there and see what kind of momentum we can carry. A little sketchy through here, but it's getting down. Not bad. Maybe it's because we got beans on the dash, giving us some beans power. Oh, always, oh my god, always ripping with that beans power, I'll tell you that. And the crazy thing is, this thing is on one of the mid-range tires, not one of the, like, the cheater spec. Oh my god, that was nuts. Now let's grab the dually. This one's gonna be the more, I wouldn't say the more mild variant. It's still on a redline spec tire, but it's kind of, again, a very, like, it's like a middle ground build in terms of specs. Now, if you want to see the crazy one, you could skip to the end of the video if you wanted to, but I think the build-up is going to be really important. So now let's take this one out. Oh my god. There we go. I was like, it was sliding the rear end around like it didn't have, oh god, like it didn't have the four-wheel drive on. But then I tried to turn it on and I realized I was turning it off. I don't know why. Now, this is what it would look like, by the way, without the Ram badge on the tailgate. And I don't think it looks bad by any means. It's just one of those things where on console, this is what the tailgate is going to look like. Okay, almost went directly into another light pole. I don't know why I'm magnetized to these light poles in this video. Seems to be an odd side effect of the Mega Cab HD. It's not really. I mean, I'm not blaming that on the Mega Cab HD at all, but the high range is pretty potent still. It feels a little slower than the other one, the single wheel. I'm not sure why. Let's see what it's all about through this section. Let's go! Oh my god. I mean, so far it rips. So far I haven't had a single issue out of it. Now, historically, in terms of the SnowRunner physics system and in terms of what it likes, dualies are usually worse in mud than singles, just because of the way the game's physics engine works, and that is where it bogs. Okay, diff lock is always on, currently in four-wheel drive. Okay, we gotta put it in low just to get it to move even a little bit. This mud is nasty, though, and we've found this out in plenty of prior videos, that this mud pit in particular is always the one that really just, you know, makes everything dig and get stuck and just piles on the mud and, like, cakes up the tires and basically renders your vehicle just about useless. I mean, this thing will get through it eventually, and I'm sure it would be going a little bit faster if we had the cheater spec tires. We got the red lines on it right now, and they're really good, don't get me wrong, but if you take it in mud that is deep enough, you will still bog yourself out. Going to low plus doesn't do anything. Oh, wow, we are actually, like, legit bogged right now. Wow, okay, I didn't actually expect to get completely stuck. Let me see if I can hoist the front axle up onto where there's some grass, just for me to grip onto, and then, yep, there we go. It still rips, though. I mean, for that to be as far as it got without needing a winch, that's pretty dang impressive. That is, like, really, really, really impressive. Now, before we switch to the other one, I do want to give this thing a good send. It needs a proper send. Why? I don't know. I'm here. I feel like it needs one. All right, let's get you turned around, and full beans. That's 6th, 7th? Yoink! Oh. Well, that's what happens when you yeet yourself a bit sideways. But it's just fine, because we were able to winch ourselves back over onto our wheels. So now, let's go get the Super Single and see what that thing is like. The Super Single is a beast and a half. The Super Single will absolutely shred everything in front of it, and y'all are about to find out exactly what that means. And just to give y'all a little bit of info about the setup on this thing itself, we're running the 1600 foot-pound tune, in combination with the Redline transmission and the largest Baja Pro XS cheater spec tires that we can possibly run. This is, I mean, as all out as you can build one of these. This is the top spec that you could basically ever have. And I want to say we're on the Scout spec suspension, which is kind of flexy, but not quite as flexy as the trail, but also not quite as stiff as the towing suspension. It's kind of a nice in-between. So let's take it through a similar route that we took the first one. Oh boy. Holy, oh! So this just in, if you actually hit it with that much extra speed, you will go cartwheeling. Don't worry about that. It's not important. We rolled back onto our wheels, and so we're fine. I am gonna attempt this giant mud pit just to see. Will it skim it? Oh my god, it might. Holy cheater spec tires for the win. Holy smokes, the cheater spec tires are the business, dude. Or not. Wow. Okay. Completely just yoinked off of the edge. All right. Now let's make a run back down through this section of the course. And then from there, we're going to do the side road. The side road is still probably one of the craziest obstacles in this entire area. Can you build up some speed, please? Oh, there it is. I was like, why is it not building up speed? I thought I had put it in high. Apparently, I did not. I want a good run back through the center mud pit as well, because that area, I don't really feel like I got a good run at it, mainly because I had to deal with being flipped over, but don't worry about that part. That part is, holy bicycle. I can't believe we recovered from that. All right. Well, we're already in high, so we might as well go full send. Thinking about it. Oh, easy. I don't know about this Scout suspension for this. I mean, it's good, but I don't know if it's what I would use for this particular type of driving again. I would probably go with the more flexy one. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really good, but I would probably go with the suspension that's on the red build next time. Oh, it's just, dude, it is tearing this section up, though. And that is going to be a look at all 3 different variants of the Mega Cab HD that is now available on every single console. And that is going to do it for this video, though. If y'all have anything that you would like to see, make sure to leave your thoughts, opinions, and suggestions in the comments down below. And if you're new around here and you would like to stay as up to date as possible and see more of these videos, make sure that you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on. That's going to do it for this one, and I will see y'all later.